Economists often talk about a trickle-down effect. If the wealthy get wealthier, they will spend more of their money, and so prosperity will trickle down. But a much better way to think about it is inclusive growth. By making products and services so much more affordable, the quality of their life improves.
Godrej is a 115-year-old company, and we've really sort of grown with India. Traditionally, we've been a manufacturing-oriented company. It was to my father's credit to bring in Clayton and recognize that we needed to do something new. Clayton and the Innosight team were sort of very insistent on focusing on non-users and what are the unique aspects of people that don't today buy refrigerators. If we are going to sort of take those to the next level and to the next stage of growth, that it was only going to be through disruptive innovations.
With an even simpler product that could be sold for a much larger population of people. This was a very new idea for Godrej.
The name Chotu also came up during the first workshop that we did with Innosight. Into Hindi, it means little cool.
We imagined we would be making a shrunken down version of a refrigerator. Why wouldn't a kid in rural India want the same things that a kid growing up in the city has? We wanted to design for this group.
I think the first biggest learning was that in order to design for these users, you have to spend enough time with them.
You don't understand what jobs are arising in people's lives if you're not there observing.
Here's what we saw. They buy what they need for each day, or they do it every other day. But buying fruit and vegetables every day is time-consuming and expensive. They're also unable to plan. They have to cook in small quantities. It's also difficult for them to store food overnight. Temperatures in many of these areas are in the 90s, so often food goes bad. We realized our original hypothesis was quite wrong. So we knew we couldn't just repackage and reconfigure an existing refrigerator and just pass that off.
They've put together technologies from two very different industries, from cooling and computers. And at that intersection became a product that is just remarkable.
We needed to build a cooler that was able to store essentials for a typical family of 4 for about 1 to 2 days. Not a feature-loaded refrigerator. We started building prototypes, and when we were ready, we brought those prototypes back into the village. To launch the first version of Chotu, we did it at a village fair, and we bussed about 600 women into this big tent. For us, it was also a way to get instant feedback. The fair was really an opportunity for us to co-create with these women. It was also here that the final color that we went with, ruby red, was decided pretty unanimously by 600 women.
We started seeing Chotu getting absorbed by the local and rural retailers. And that was not initially one of the users that we were looking at, but it provides a lot of benefits to small kiosk retailers who can then, sell cooled beverages for a slightly higher price. It's helpful for vendors that sell dairy products who can, sell chocolate during the summer months for the first time.
We partnered with India Post, that you see here. They are present in almost every village in India.
We developed our own framework with which we can, look at future businesses, which we now call R3L Vision. It's certainly helped us frame how we look at the bottom of the pyramid and, building a more inclusive society.
This idea of Chotu is bringing to Godrej the possibility of transforming the whole company. Inclusive growth as a strategy is much more powerful than the other theories of development that you've ever seen taught or practiced in the world.